Don't forget, whatever it took to get you here, it's gonna take again to go to another level. There's comfort, then somewhere along the way, there's conflict. And then there's this moment of courageous action. Finally, the thing that we wanted. The mission is complete. The breakthrough is gonna happen when you learn to recalibrate or center. You have a level of skill. You have a level of success. You have a level of capability, but you're gonna have to keep developing that as you go and you try to achieve now the next level. Call the shot, call the play, make the move, do the thing. Whatever that is, call it. If I could give a job description for an extraordinary life, job one, the job description is to summon the best of who you are every day. You get up and you shower and you work hard every day. Why not take a few moments throughout the day, keep summoning and recalibrating the best of who you are? That's hard when you've got extreme, like you're here, you know? Maybe you've had lots of successes, but you're here now and you're trying to go. And you really want to accelerate. You have a level of skill. You have a level of success. You have a level of capability now, but you're going to have to keep developing that as you go and you try to achieve now the next level. The first thing I always remind all my clients, don't forget whatever it took to get you here, it's going to take again to go to another level, right? We don't want to work as hard now because I already worked so hard, man. You mean I have to work hard again? I'm like, and you're surprised that you knocked on the door of a new, bigger door of opportunity. And you're surprised work opened the door. Never be surprised when you knock on the door of opportunity. Work is who answers the door. So don't be surprised by that. That learning you had to do, those seminars you had to go to, the journaling that you did, the dreaming that you did, all those weird things you post on your mirrors and around the fridge and doors, the little reminders you set up for yourself, all that you got to do again, right? Success is always, at some point, you got to be in motion in it. You got to be doing the things. But as you're going to try to achieve some great things that I'm sure you dreamed of and thought about while you were here, a couple simple things. I would say the first reminder for you, I'm gonna go big picture here. Don't forget that if we can call this an abbreviated version of the hero's journey, just real fast, I'm gonna abbreviate my Brendon's version of it. See, you're here today. You're happy, you're a star, you're amazing. The hero's journey always kind of looks like this if you've never broken it down to 3 acts. There's comfort, status quo, the way the world is today, what we know. We're going about our life, we're going about our business. Then, somewhere along the way, there is disruption, right? There's conflict, there's challenge, there's chaos, there's change. A new character is introduced. The village is nice and safe and beautiful and lots of bread baskets and everyone's happy. And then the dragon descends from on high and eats your girlfriend and flies away. And now you got to go slay the dragon. Right? There's always the comfort, then there's the disruption, and then in the final act, there's always some moment, you can call it whatever you want, it's the twist, it's the turn, and in that twist and that turn, there's always disruption throughout the story, and then there's this moment of courageous action. Courageous action. And it's there in that moment of courageous action, those challenges or that gauntlet of courageous action, that finally there's a resolution. Finally, the thing that we wanted, the mission is complete, the goal is complete, the finish line is crossed. But see, if you get here and you keep getting stuck at the disruption every single time and you retreat back to here, listening to that, how did I draw the devil? Oh, but he had a tail. There was a tail. It was bad. It was, you know. I know it looks like a bunny. It's bad when you're trying to draw the devil and the girls are all, oh, he's cute. Okay. But there's going to be disruption. There's going to be more disruption in the world in the next 3 years than we ever anticipated. Ever alive, you never anticipated what's coming. None of us do. That's part of change. That's part of expansion, part of where the world is going. There's always going to be disruption. Everyone thinks the disruptions are going to end at some point. And it's like, no, it's why the yin-yang symbol still works. And that's kind of old. Because there's always order, there's always chaos. It's never one or the other, it's a blending. It's always happening at the same time. It's about learning to find your center amid that. So as we go here, and you have to coach yourself in these critical moments, a few things that might help you along the way, I hope. Number one, just some tactical, simple, self-coaching practices. Number one, no matter what's going on, I need you to center yourself. I got to get you centered. You already know your practices for centering. I'm here to suggest, as your high-performance coach, you're not doing them enough. See, when the disruptions win and push you into discouragement or silence or shaming or shutting down, you're not winning in life, and you don't have a chance at breaking through. The breakthrough is going to happen when you learn to recalibrate or center. And so for ourselves, you have to find what is it that centers you. What's the thing, not only when the disruption, but the proactive centering of self. People are always surprised when they hang out with me or they ask my wife what I do throughout the day or like, what's Brendon really like? Tell me, he must be different than the guy upstairs. Not really. But I think what's important is that you realize this should be proactive. You should be placing yourself in peace throughout the day, even when there's no conflict. You should be releasing throughout the day, even though you don't sense or feel the tension. It's why I want you all to do the release meditation technique or some type of meditative technique. It's why I want you to learn yoga. It's why I want you to, for no reason, at every hour, do qigong to open up your body or breath work or stretching or something. Every hour or at the last, maybe you can do it every 90 minutes and get away with it. But we need some kind of place where you just get yourself in a good place. Number two, connect to spirit. Connect to spirit, whatever way that is for you. Maybe like Sonia, it's dancing, it's breath work, it's music, it's releasing. For some of you, that might just be prayer. For some of you in meditation, it just might be a sense that you're not on yourself anymore. We've now transcended and released self, and we're trying to access something higher, something outside of ego, something that is just more ethereal, to give you that sense of awe, that sense of perspective, that sense of purpose or mission or blessing outside of yourself. Third, we need that courageous action. So let me give you a phrase for that. I just need you to call the shot. Just call it. What's the next right action of integrity? What's the shot? What are you going to do? It's like part of recalibrating and disruption is go, okay, let me center myself. Let me connect with the bigger perspective here. Okay, let me hear, let me listen, doing the encouragement. Let me try to tap into a purpose or a vision. And no matter what comes from that, call the next shot. It's like in football, the coaches never know if the next play is the exact right play that's going to lead to the touchdown. It's not like it's like people imagine the coach is going every play, we're going to get the touchdown now. That's not what they're doing. Sometimes it's just a quick little slant. Sometimes it's a West Coast offense. Sometimes it's something simple, very simple. It's like a pass. It's why you watch football and you're like, why did he just pass to the running back who only captured one more yard? Because not every play is for the quarterback, but every play is for forward. Not every play is for the touchdown, but every play is for forward. Call the shot, call the play, make the move, do the thing. Whatever that is, call it. Call it. If you get the calling and you get instruction from above, great, listen to that intuition. But either way, you still have to verbalize it. You have to declare it. You have to pronounce it. You have to decide it. You have to move towards it. So call it. What's the thing? Some of you know I do this every hour where I push back from my chair. I release all the tension in my body. I do some breath work. I might get up and do some qigong. I might do some yoga, vinyasa flow. I might do some mobility work on the ground. I might do some calisthenics. But no matter what, once I feel like I've released the energy, released the tension, my next thing is to set intention. That's what calling the shot is. When you set an intention, that's calling the shot. Does that help for other language for some folks? Yeah. Setting an intention is calling the shot. Okay, this is my intention. This is my goal. This is my aim. This is what I'm going to move towards. This is the next right action of integrity for me. Just call it, verbalize it. But here's the thing. I want it to be conscious now. For many of you, you're moving, but it's always unconscious. You're never calling the shot. It's like you're on the field and you're running around, but you never called the play. Does that make sense? You're running in motion all over, but you're losing the game because you never said, this is the play I'm about to execute. I'm going to send this video, send them this page, make the offer, create the deadline, set the deadline, run the deadline, end the deadline on this day, and I'm going to run that play. I'm going to run that launch. I'm going to run that launch faithfully over and over and over and get better at it. That's the only reason I'm here with you. I decided to learn that as a coach. Okay, I'm going to run the play. Here's how to promote myself as a coach. Run the play. Didn't mean every one of them was a touchdown, but every one of them moved me forward. Every one of them moved you. You've got to coach yourself forward. Write it in your journal. Coach myself forward. Literally write it in your journals. Coach myself forward. You have to do the work. Coach yourself forward. And the best way to do that is make sure you have intention in such a way it's conscious. It's almost verbal in the head. This is why I'm going to do this next hour. I have to tell myself, any easily distracted people, my old buddy Mike used to call it being a distractosaurus. You're the distractosaurus. You walk into your house and you distract everybody because you're just loud and you're moving around and you just distract people, or you distract yourself because you have 500 tabs open at once. You're like, why do I have 500 tabs open? And then you realize you close all the tabs and you find out there's another window behind. There's another window, but with more tabs. You're like, what was I doing all day? Was I just opening tabs? I look at your workflow. I'm like, you know what you did today? You opened some tabs. Well done, ma'am. Lots of tabs. No progress. So you got to stop distracting yourself and said, call the shot. What's the play I'm about to make? So for me, I have to tell myself that. Brendon, in this next hour, you're writing this series of emails. Phone off, over there, sit, write. I have to command myself. Otherwise, Meta will do it for you. Otherwise, TikTok will do it for you. Otherwise, you will release your agenda to the world, and they'll fill up your time with tripe, with nonsense, with ridiculousness, with things that do not add value or move you forward. You got to call the shot. You got to execute. And when you're really confused and you're really uncertain, this is where, am I spelling this right? Courageous? It feels right, but courageous action. Move. Courageous action. Move. Do the thing. Courageous action. Move. Do the thing. Fifth, last big idea, you've got to create, relationships. Create community. Create 3 or 4 buddies. Create a meetup group. Create an accountability partner. Create a running club. Create a workout group. Create something where you socialize the journey. Write it down. Socialize the journey. The secret that I have that most people see and they go, I just want that thing that Brendon has, which is my big groups of all the celebrities that are in my groups, especially in the influencer space. You know, we call it my beach gang. Like all the big influencers who are on my private masterminds. And I want to be in that. I'm like, you don't understand. I didn't do it to sell it. I didn't do it for other people. I did it for me, right? When Jay Shetty and Lewis Howes and Mel Robbins, and Jamie Kern-Lima, these people in my private group, they're in my private group, not because I need anything from them or they need something from me. You know, we have 3 billionaires in the group. We have amazing people in this group. They don't need anything from me. I don't need anything from them. I assembled them because I know as a community, things rise together. There's that social learning, that social support, that socialization of your journey. That's so key. So are these short-term or long-term? Both. You're always doing these things. Center yourself, connect to spirit, call the shot, take courageous action, create an awesome group of people along the way. Do it over and over and over again. For every line that we talked about, you're gonna do that this line, the next line, the next line, the next stream, the next stream. You're gonna have multiple purposes and multiple dreams. You're gonna have so many achievements in your life. This time, enjoy it with a group of people. Enjoy it with your family. Enjoy it with those around you. Build that community. Do that together. And I promise, whatever it is you're building, it's more fun. And you get better at it.